Welcome everyone to more live open source and Linux funny on our channel. Today, of course, continuing with this precious OLPC that we revived, that I have original from MIT. They sent me to that. They sent that to me 15 years ago. Thank you very much for that. Amazing stuff. x86 AMD Geo 433 MHz, which you can overclock a little bit. And we revived that previous video battery, and yesterday I was shocked live on the Xbox stream, so I think I wanted to switch on battery, was it again. Thankfully trickle charge, so it was probably like 3 weeks, so yeah, not amazing, but this time without opening it again, and so it's still somewhat alive overnight. So I charged the trickle charged it yesterday, thankfully fully automatically, and it charged to like 98-ish% and only lost 1% overnight, so it's not totally dead yet. But more interestingly also for you, so packaging the first package, because obviously my 2-year-old son will not play with sugar interface and stuff, also maybe he will type a little bit. Why do I do that? Also, yeah, maybe I make a poll, am I a good or a bad father for considering to give my 2-year-old a PC laptop already. The thing is that he, of course, also pro tip, kids like don't buy too many toys because they usually want to play with everything not toy, so they have a mountain of toy, at least in first world countries, and of course they play with everything from water bottles to spoons and mum and dad's laptop, which already suffered quite a bit. So yeah, maybe rather instead of like destroying our precious expensive laptops, give him something more appropriate. Not sure yet if that is good or bad, but we will see. Also I'm a little bit frightened that he destroys his precious OLPC, but anyway, that's what it is. So that maybe mom and dad have a little bit like minutes to operate their PCs. Maybe kid is happy too. So of course, instead of sugar, here is our Linux distribution packaging the first package, because I noticed we surely have an SNES emulator, right, of all the thousands of people who contributed to Rock Linux NT2. But now we have one SNES, maybe that was in port there, but that is not really updated and stuff. So there is SNES 9X, and of course we package that now because why not? So the first package, sorry, oh sorry, I don't have the studio light. There's a studio light, which is a defect LED light bulb opened and connected to the power supply, obviously because we are cheapskate previous video. So package emulator, so SVNMK dear, packaging stuff in T2 usually easy. Let's see how easy that is. So that is a continuation of that portable SNES emulator stuff. SNES, let's maybe copy the SNES, which may or may not be an old copy of that. Maybe we can delete the other set. Also maybe I should have checked that before. Pro tip, check that before. Also, drop frames. Okay, that was on SourceForge. So yeah, I think that, yeah, that is the latest version. Not sure how that is. Is this the same code base? So yeah, 2007. So yeah, wow. If you have, yeah, maybe we should set NES. What is NES 9X or so? Interesting. So I have no idea if that is a similar code base or is GPL not has no commercial use license probably. Okay, fine. As it's not that immediately obvious, let's keep it there as NES 9. May or may not have worked. Ah, darn, also this was typo, right? So, by the way, who packaged that? I have no idea. Maybe me, maybe someone else. Hey, it was me. Not sure if I tried this in 2006, but even got updated in 2007, and nothing since then. So, SNES, I have hopes. Also, yeah, I'm not even sure if the OLPC has enough processing power. I think they somewhere wrote as SNES 9X CPU. I think it was like Pentium 300 megahertz for like minimum requirement. I think somewhere. So of course Pentium 3, so yeah, that might be at the border of being usable, but we can package it anyway for a win-win of you and me playing it at home on the SG Octane or P3 or just the latest and greatest. Thread ripping, epic thread ripping, AMD Ryzen. So Super Nintendo emulator, let's copy the right website here. Of course you should have, maybe I auctioned some cartridges just to be on the legally safe side, maybe. So that is best with HTTP. So maybe we should check in a second how close those here. I don't know, it's portable, so maybe all, but time will show. It could also be that the other has higher performance. We will see that. But the other is unmaintained anyway, and who knows what. So copy. Who is the freaking author of? Okay, there are quite some. Here's even okay. They have here oh no, wait a second. I thought for a second they meant SNES. No, okay, fine. So who did most of this stuff? Maybe those two. 2006. What is the actually here? Yeah, so 1996. So let's maybe, I don't know, copy those two potentially. Always nice to give some credit to the. Why is this so? Yeah. Original people. I love giving credit where people did outstanding achievements. So I think it didn't look jitting, but I only looked briefly on the GitHub code, like last night or so. Was it GPL, or is this, what even is the license? Copyright. Personally, is only commerce. So this is okay. This is some strange license actually. So let's call this pseudo open source. This is of course not free as in Libre. It's free as in beer, but it's good enough for me mostly. What do I want? Alright, version 161. So that is where the other part might come in handy. So let's hope we don't need any of this stuff. So yeah, this is, when is that? So yeah, this was just released, by the way. So we are increasingly, after 3 years live on this channel, getting to the forefront of state of the art and gaming and emulation. I'm not entirely sure what's with this libretro stuff. Maybe that is another, maybe we need to package more stuff there. Time will show. That was SNES 9X161 tar G set off. So what was it? I always forget this. Archive, what was the... Yeah, this may or may not download. Didn't package stuff for a week, so... But hey, something downloaded. Good guess. What do we... Oh. Excuse me. Dry throat here. Don't catch this bloody virus. Previous video. Okay, that didn't do much. See what we got here. Okay, there is some Unix. Maybe we need to learn how to freaking build that. Oops. Okay, there is some freaking configure. It even does something. Okay, there I saw there is some SIMD, SSEM. It's actually built surprisingly long. What did they do there? So that was SSE 4.1. So that's not, both are things that we will not have on the OLPC. So for that we have, man, not making this shit up that I had this bloody virus. And I'm young and healthy, right? And boosted and still, yeah, 1 freaking week. So that is source dir equals whatever Unix should we. I'm working on an even more consistent style. You've seen this maybe live on this channel the last years. I mean, the T2 source code was always mostly okay, except this like attic contrib random garbage package or like Puppy Linux contributed stuff, which I significantly cleaned stuff, sometimes broke stuff, previous video. But I worked even more towards a more unified, most readable shell scripting style here. And maybe some words more to that in the next video. So what did we, so yeah, there needs to be more options probably wired up. Are we even freaking building in all of parallel, or is that, some of this doesn't look the most, why is this using so, okay, it also, okay, so we need some more dash L, so it was only finding that, so some xlib of something like that. Do we have, no, this is not, no parallel, so not sure, but maybe it was already, director frames, maybe it was already finished building. So we don't need that, we probably only need the lib library path, compile, otherwise link library dir of package prefig libdir libx11, that could potentially, let's see if that is epic thread ripping concurrently. Let me check. I actually have an old Gravis gamepad, my original one, although that is of course analog PC stuff. Unfortunately, my parents have thrown away my, I think optically sensed PC game port joystick some years ago, just when I wanted to collect it, so it does not look too, that is really sad, but yeah. So yeah, this has some kind of, yeah, so it has some kind of gamepad stuff here, right? So, I mean, the thing is, it's not the most portable for a 2-year-old. It's a bit heavy for that. But, I mean, yeah. I mean, he's growing fast anyway, so, I mean, if you, until I have a Steam Deck. Oh, no route to make target install. Are you effing kidding me? Just realized, why did they use 2 different colors there? Why is this gray and white? Probably there's a good reason for that. Maybe it was cheaper. That is a funny one. Didn't quite realize it until I used the ebook reader mode. 2022 and people don't have a freaking install target. Are you completely kidding me? The problem with that is now I need to research what it bloody wants to install, but maybe only this one. Probably, if you don't want to have docs and stuff. Yeah, that is really silly. That is all the extra work. I mean, couldn't they have a bloody install target? I mean, not the biggest thing of a deal. Just make opt. But yeah, not non-standard stuff, right? Source dir. I mean, usually T2 packages are code-free until stuff is non-standard. But there is theoretic. Yeah, let's leave it like that, maybe, and I mean, we could, or should we make maybe we make a new line. A little bit, no reason to squeeze that as much. Hook add post make 5 install to root. Now I need to think, does bindir, I think bindir, I think that should include that. Let's try that one more. Also, yeah, let's shorten that a little bit. Alright, cd. Let's down we on the change root. So that comes from more professional build separation. Here, no, I can't. Where's my freaking mouse cursor? No, I can't easily copy that. Let's already build it. And then, alright, we copy that out of this build root into my system. Let's hope it works. Not sure if I have. It starts to do something. So where to specify the ROM? I hope it has pulse audio or stuff. 8-bit, use 8-bit sound instead of 16, synchronized sound. So this is just ROM file name. So of course I have one around, because of course I wouldn't be a professional YouTuber without. Don't hear anything though. What do we have here? But checksum. That doesn't look too good. So much to being a professional YouTuber. Why is this so much random? But checksum. SRAM corrupt. No joystick. Select. Okay, so much to being a professional YouTuber. And obviously I couldn't test the ROM before. Does it need no ROM header file found? Not a professional SNES emulator stuff. Okay, so that build, then let's maybe I pause the live stream and see if we find a properly working ROM, whatever the issue here might be. Var adm cache SNES cache here to have the depth for you to image stuff at home. And just tweak that. Is all the other stuff. Is that so? It linked directly against ALSA. Okay, so I'm not sure if that will work if Pulse Audio grabs the audio interface. Not sure. Do they have Pulse freaking audio? Maybe we wait committing that until we checked if that has some Pulse audio stuff. So the problem with that is modern sound cards potentially only have one. Actually, we can check this. One audio channel proc. A sound. Also super strange. I mean, ALSA sound, right? But A sound, yeah, it could have just been sound. But, so I have quite some devices, obviously. Which card is which of this randomly enumerated stuff? And no, I don't have so many cards. It's just the oh no, okay, the bloody first is HDMI. That is, yeah. So one, and of course the USB Cam Link 4K video capture stuff for the YouTube goodness. So the rest is, so yeah, it has, does it have, it looks like that has two though, so card one. So because once upon a time cards had multiple hardware audio channels and modern cards often only have one. This card looks to have two potentially, maybe. So yeah, it has two PCM0P and 1P. I'm not sure if both are. So that is not necessarily. Okay, so it looks like they might be hardwired to digital versus analog. So that is also what's most helpful. So yeah, that means when this means one thing where you need Pulse Audio or some other lip-based mixing, because otherwise, if one device has your playback device open, you can't have a second one. Yeah, Pulse Audio. Let's quickly check that if there's something in the log for SNES Pulse. No. I thought it's the desktop Linux. Why the heck do they not have any? Do they not have any other additionally freaking? Also, yes, so yeah, that is some more. But yeah, recurring theme here, right? Too many things. Also, yeah, why don't we have the Linux desktop? You build the state-of-the-art portable SNES, SNES emulator, and all you get is not pulse audio so much too. So you have the desktop Linux, amazing stuff. Let's pause it here, and I go hunt for some other ROMs, or let's maybe see if that has even a chance to. There's even too many. Here. What does it even say here for? It says Nintendo 64. Oh, wait a second. This is, of course, Nintendo 64 versus. Huh, maybe we were just a little bit dumb loading the wrong. Wrong. Back with some other download. Did I say download? Back with some other cartridge dump, and let's see if it works in a minute, or instantly for you anyway, if you watch this later. Yeah, the year of the desktop Linux, after way too much reading and messing around. Yeah, the year of the desktop Linux, what should I say more? Veteran Linux developer can't enable sounds within some 10 minutes. So it turns out there's another build variant here. Who would have thought? Also, yeah, I thought maybe there is some other pulse audio bridge. Maybe there is some. Didn't instantly find it. But so there's also GTK for probably a little bit more modern. And so that is using Mason. Let's quickly see what else we need then there. So we can already SNES 9X. Also, yeah, there's a double space because. So let's build it again, because what is nice isn't. But also, yes, this is the packaging, right? You thought, and thankfully we didn't commit this, also this would have been a nice stopgap. But testing, more testing, the most testing, and that didn't do GTK-MM. Okay, I mean, we have that, just fine with me though. GTK-MM, which variant? Because we have multiple of those. Okay, this is 4.6. Darn, not sure. I know the. Ah, darn it, this is not in this. Okay, let's. I should have committed that. So I guess that should have worked. Slightly modified, so no. SNES 9X. Edit, and then. So I commit this mostly to pass it between my build VM, and I have here another. Let's. Too many. There. So let's native builds them. I might have significantly more on them. So yeah, didn't. So yeah, how many T2 checkouts can you have? Quite nah, no, don't do this confliction. I neglected that a little bit, as you see, mostly working on my other many. I mean, is this all not important? Okay, can do that later. So let's change that here to SNES 9. But yeah, the smallest packages for some weekend fun. GTK, and delete that, and we probably from all this massive 3 years ago marathon. It has a build error though, but I might have some version. Yeah, the cobblers have also has some GTK. Maybe we are lucky that this randomly just builds. Yeah, it's not in the config. Usually playing a long time, you don't add packages, of course, and you don't have this. But yeah, so there's this saying that the cobblers have the worst shoes. It's like a little bit of my 5 years rolling release. Yes, there are consistency marginalities. GL. So there is no some. Doesn't what the freaking heck? So where does it? So that is crazy. Why is there? Did did we git clone that differently? Yeah, so much to just playing a little bit of game for Junior. Why do they not have... Did nobody recently test that, or what the heck? Okay, that is empty. So that is, yeah, packaging stuff. Maybe we should have either used another download or... But yeah, people always think packaging stuff. I also would rather write a microkernel, and people already package stuff 42, which is super amazing. But packaging not as easy as just adding some stuff. Usually there is something missing, and then there's the next thing. GitHub, where was it even? SNES, next GitHub. Yeah, but this free stuff, I mean, even the website looks bloody strange. Honestly, crazy old-fashioned. I mean, people tell me my website is shit, but that is certainly another thing. So maybe, I mean, I think we no, we don't. We actually don't git clone that, so which would be I mean, we could try that one maybe, but otherwise, what was it? GL. Do they have some build, install, maybe docs compile, yeah, 2022, and you need to external. Actually, here is, yeah, this RS, yeah, this is of course rather disappointing that their release stuff then doesn't return the, I mean, yeah, this is GitHub standard stuff also, so yeah, as expected. But this is modern stuff, right? 20 years ago, this was like nearly never a thing, and now you need to hunt all this random packaging nonsense. Let's see if that download makes that better. The question is then also from which of this crazy git download locations does it come out of? Because that is then, okay, that is actually, doesn't look too bad, except it might not auto-update with this URL, but that is the least of my concerns for today. Also, zip download's not the most appreciated on Unix system, but as long as it builds and stuff. Why did that not, or is it, don't tell me that is only, oh wait, did I do that in the wrong, what did, oh, this is just some libretro DLL. What the heck are they effing kidding me? So the crazy stuff then is, if I mean, this packaging is worthless, right? Recurring theme, I'm super unimpressed with this modern websites and people who package stuff like that. Because then we unfortunately need to git clone that ourselves to have this externals, which is really, really stupid. So that is git plus HTTPS, I think. I need to even look up this nonsense. I think the tag name should work. So yeah, this is like worst case packaging. This is like, yeah, I mean, we get an emulator for free. It's some half an hour extra work for this nonsense. Was it? I forgot. The good thing is we only need to do that once. But yeah, this packaging is less than stellar. I also wonder why people, I mean, yeah, Windows and Mac users usually the worst in packaging. Maybe use Mac and Windows predominantly. I should not have deleted that because we need that here. And all right, and we need the tag name that should probably work like that. And using our own Git, I mean, yeah, all right, now we need to download that. Download, because we have already similar or same. Download file name there. So yeah, git clone recursive for this, yeah, there's some massive 32 megs already. Yeah, this is silly. And why I kind of lose faith in humanity, not only this. And welcome everyone, welcome Danny, appreciate you tuning in. Kind of sort of why I lose faith in humanity, right? We had this packaging stuff solved 20 years ago. In 2022 we have this random, I mean who wants to download the source table with 3 of the sub-project things missing and then you need to hunt them, or it's like silly. It's, yeah, proper source tables priceless, right? Maybe we should not. I have so many in the meantime. I get more and more merge print things. Just some random ideas in case we start to print some tech tip stuff. Did this do something? Directory, preparing files, Fatlog directory, what? Maybe this, oh shit, no, don't do this modern garbage. So yeah, 228 megabyte downloaded for nothing. Maybe this, actually there are more. I said 3, but there are 2 for us worthless Win32 submodules. Maybe I did this tech checkout wrong. Git checkout tech. Was it not simply the tag name, or was it prefixed with tag? Branch checkout tag, text. No, of course it's text. I anyway do that in the wrong, maybe. Yeah, totally no effort, right? If you ever wanted to do your own Linux distribution, don't just use stuff that has everything prepared and works TM like T2, because it's like a lifetime job. No, few people thank you for. And there are already 1,907 or so Linux distributions by now anyway, so I hate one thing, then it's copy and paste in the U of Wayland. And then text, of course, I hope that works like that. Is it? It's probably, let's try that. Nothing like checking, oh darn. Nothing like checking our 280 megabytes 3 times just because the download stuff is nonsense. But what don't you all do for your child, right? course, you package the best open source SNES emulator stuff. Money can't buy. Back in a second, let's grab some orange juice and stuff for some vitamin overload here with hydration. Ah, God, of course it didn't work. Why the freaking heck does this not work? Strange. I don't do that often enough, it appears. Something. Git, why does this not blend? Maybe I know we scroll this away. Where it still is. I think I had that once. What? Maybe I do this shortly off live stream and continue when I solved my own git checkout nonsense here. What could possibly go wrong? Git plus HTTPS. Right. I know what. I think. Oh shit. I need to. Yeah, recurring theme pro tip. Yesterday, this X render argument parsing. I'm usually relatively good in my own stuff, but I was probably even thinking just some weeks ago. I think this is an extra slash, and then it's getting the directory name from that, and that's actually kind of dangerous, to be honest. I probably did even packaged some shit. Yeah, I probably need to add there some sanity checking and like a huge red warning that's like, hello, you freaking developer packaged that wrong. It's probably already the third, if not fifth time I wasted time with that, but yeah. Does it even? Oh yeah, I think it. I mean, yeah, what could we do? We could hide that. We could simply make this parsing work with the trailing slash. If we don't want this trailing slash, or actually, yeah, we actually could make both actually work. This, what is it, touch? No such. Why is that stuff happening? Or is it spaces? Maybe this, no, I'm not sure. Ignoring that, maybe mental to do. Let's see if it blends TM. Maybe we should rename our emerge blend this stuff. Okay, this still doesn't fix this shader GLS ling shit. Why not? That is getting silly. What even was the... Why is this empty? Oh, wait a second, it has external GS. Why is this an external GLS lang and not... That looks strange to me. What were they possibly thinking? I think they have a completely fucked up source tree there. Yeah, recurring theme, right? I mean, it's so amazing that people work on this stuff. I mean, how can people like write and work and on an SNES console, whatever emulator, and then fuck up the packaging so much? This is so ridiculous. We can probably pre-hook that with some... I deleted it already, right? SNES. We could probably... So that is empty, right? So that is... Was it shaders? So they have an empty directory here, which... So we can't like even directly link that. So that would be external. Let's see if we get this right. External GLS link to Or can we override this, delete this with, no, it doesn't matter. GLS lim external lim. Maybe we need also the spear we cross. Let's see if we need that. Let's try that first and see what happens. Yeah, but this is like worst case, right? For codeless, and also stuff should just be freaking build TM, right? I mean, this is so far from just freaking build TM. That would be pre-conf. RM this shit and link it there. Hope for the best. Let's so welcome everyone. Greetings. Yeah, somewhat better. Thanks for that. Hope you're all doing fine. What failed now? Why is there always some shit failing? No such file. What? Why is there? Ah, right, because we are in freaking GTK. Ach, come on. So we are in GTK, then it is this the correct? Yeah, that is correct, I think. And then dot. I mean, we could check if force ln symbolic force would override this, but by the way, pro tip that you learned something useful of this random emulator stream. This is not like an existing directory, this is exactly the text stored in the symlink, right? So this, like when we execute this, so this is why maybe you wondered that when I typed this was not an like really existing file. 20 years ago I made such a beginner mistake, right? And like 20 years ago when new to all this Unix stuff, like, oh shit, what did we even do here? And so yeah, this is probably a little bit challenging to some people. I'm okay, this is also same there, thank you very much. That it's not relevant that where you execute this file is existing. No, it is relevant that what you put in there into the symbolic link works from the place you sync it to, the destination place. So yeah, same shit with that. You can't make this shit up, this is ridiculous. Actually, you know what, let's test if we can, if we already waste extra time with this nonsense, or maybe I should have linked both to begin with. I should have known better. Let's see if when we link force, so that would be external spear to, is there no deref? Maybe there is. Let's man-ln for, was there the -d or something? Dereference targets that, so I know, yeah, treat link name as a normal file if it is a symbolic link to a directory. What? Not sure if it was n. Let's see if it works with n. Not sure. Such details I also forget at times. So external. Would that work? Cannot override direction. Okay, so much that doesn't work. Because ln is stupid. It's the most expensive, fancy, core utils link, but can't remove directories. Thank you very much. Learn something new only live here on this channel. So then this is not superfluous because shaders. Spear, of course. Also, yeah, I mean, why have empty directories? When, I mean, we could symlink all of this stuff into there. Not that it would help us that much, but this is SSF we don't need because it doesn't do what we wanted to do it. So does it have a chance to work like that? Oh wait, this is somehow. Oh wait, maybe I did do this? Did I do this wrong? You know what? Let's try that again. I think I did this pass wrong. Because we had to use not itself, but shaders. No, but also doesn't do it. So let's try to build it one more time. Eventually this bloody shit needs to freaking build here. Let's see what happens now. I mean, usually all the Vulkan examples, like once upon a time, the problem is, as I said some 10 minutes ago, my system became a little bit methy of 3 years freaking every other day live streaming on YouTube and packaging the monumental mountain that is that are the random packages of open source stuff these days, but hey, package something. SNES, so let's see if that gives us freaking... Maybe we don't specify sound device and... Does it... Super... Let's see if we have audio. Hey, we have... You'll see this in a second. Amazing! The future is no... Okay, can't resize it still. Can we either... So there is like full screen. So yeah, if you were wondering, obviously we take our video distribution very seriously. Hey, that might be... Does it scale? Does not look scaled, does it? Yeah, that's... Why should stuff scale by default? Also, no, I can't operate here anything. Oops. Ah, no, I randomly pressed the right button. Mouse cursor, 0 frames. Probably we still need some freaking scale option, because why not? I'm not sure why it doesn't do... Shouldn't Xvideo scale, or... Maybe it has some key bindings. Disable support for high-res and installation modes. Maybe it has some menu. Maybe I should read the freaking manual. Up and down, override protection from pressing up and down together. Okay, here's video mode blocky by default. Okay, there are various upsamplers. I find it a little bit funny that that doesn't upscale, to be honest. Did it also not say X? I mean, despite we are running Wayland, but... Ah, this scales. Amazing. So, now we can... It's a little bit loud. Where is my... Ah, damn, it's pulse audio. Can't change it. No, then it's loud. So yeah, T2 STE continues to package everything you ever would want to have. The crazy thing is I didn't even, so I neither know where's which keys. Hello? Does it not have keys? Or do we not have focus? Hello? Focus? Not sure what is... Maybe I should have a joystick though. Oh, there's some ASD, whatever. So yeah, wherever the... Okay, I mean the arrow keys work. Wherever ASD... Okay, D is something. X is... No. C, D, F, C... Where are the freaking other keys? Oops. Ah, enter is something. So... Maybe I should have read the manual. So C is something. It will be a little bit difficult to play like that, to be honest. I think I need a proper gamepad, otherwise it's... Yeah, but can T2 handle vintage gaming? Yes, it can now. time to commit this and answer some business emails, I guess. So yeah, there you have it. Let's commit that too. A little pain to package that. And then maybe with, I think the, yeah, I mean the thing is, as I mentioned, at least for some, I don't know why my parents have not thrown away my precious, also a little bit yellow, precious original first-hand Gravis PC gamepad thing, but I can't even connect this obviously, right, because 15-pin analog, vintage goodness. Also, this quality remark, this cable is falling out there, which you probably, this was already when I had it new, this I always wondered why, like the attention to detail, if in case it's probably visible. So yeah, this bloody cable slipped out there so much to quality gamepad. And this is kind of stuff where even as a child, when did I buy this? Probably it was like maybe 14, 16, long time ago. And when you spent your hard-earned allowance there as a child on this stuff, it's really sad when this bloody cable fall out. I didn't even use it that much. Probably barely and self-destructed there. And it's still working, but it's of course not amazing. But yeah, due to that, I can't even plug it in. I would need to take a vintage board out there or plug in a freaking sound blaster thing there. Not that I would have an ISA slot, but whatever modern PCI card with some PCIe bridge, previous video. Anyway, so yeah, I need to test another day, maybe until Christmas. There's still some days left. But the win-win, of course, for you playing along at home on your SG Octane O2, P3, Sun, Blade, or RISC, freaking unmatched RISC-V desktop. Let's copy the cache file because now it has a couple of new depths. Because obviously, why is this so empty? What did I copy there? Wait, ours is also wrong probably. Yeah, but this kind of packaging is a pain. Waste of everyone's time. So yeah, instead of the developers who should know what they are packaging, wasting everyone of the 1907 Linux distributions time to figure out what the freaking heck they even randomly packed together there and what is missing and where it's coming from. Let's probably also a little bit of my, oops, hello, why was there a lag? So, just cleaning this up a little bit due to the nature of mine not totally super clean. Does it need image magic and jack? So I've kind of sort of hard to believe that. Mason is correct. TPP, I'm not so sure. I probably have some shared file and other randoms. Yeah, this is why I usually build on a cleaner VM. Maybe I should actually reinstall. The only reason I didn't reinstall because so you have the desktop Linux, and then if actually I tried it a little bit, I have so much like live streaming specific stuff and like years of tweaks and stuff. It's not worth it to waste days of my life of re-emerging and reconfiguring everything in this precisely dialed in Linux live streaming experience and just deal with this very rare. Also there's Musel. With this random depths. So let's commit this again as SNES 9X. So for you, approved as SNES 9X package with a more modern GTK variant with ports, audio support and other. Is it written like that? Probably. Set ruler. Maybe one line because approved. Actually, package is superfluous to keep it in 80 characters. So yeah, there you have it, even freaking tested live on this channel. I hope you learned something and enjoyed this. If you're new to this stuff, don't forget to share, like, subscribe, or Patreon, GitHub, OnlyFans, YouTube membership. And otherwise, I hope you learned something. Have fun with this, playing along at home, and I see you next time for all the next fun stuff to come. Probably way too long, right? 1 hour easily. Nah. Anyway, what don't you do for your kiddo or your own fun?